What's going on, Jerome's? So I know that the media is all about the hot takes, right? So hot takes to get the clicks, and then you get the khakis, and then you get the women, right? So it's the way to go, right? But I'm not feeling the spice today, even though I certainly do enjoy things just a little bit more caliente. Going back to my German Norwegian roots. I mean, if you want spice, add some white pepper. If you're just really just like getting after it. Also, it's funny. So my wife is probably the whitest person on planet Earth, and she always tries to be like tough, right? So I was like, so I mean, we just go through sriracha like water around here, but she was just like, all right, I'm doing it. We had some like pad thai, right? Of course, the pad thai place, the Thai place knows. Oh, so one spicy, one not spicy. They know. They know. But she's like, I'm going to put some sriracha on my pad thai. Well, there's a couple things wrong with that, but we'll let that go. So she just squeezed a little bit on there and just like, that was a legit reenactment. Do you guys remember the show Rescue 911? That show traumatized me as a kid. Also, Unsolved Mysteries. Man, it's like, I just thought that the killer was just going to be in small town Minnesota. That's what happens, man. Anyways, but long story longer, 10 non-spicy takes about the 2024 Minnesota Vikings. None of that. So first up, numero uno, running back one is going to have more than one rushing touchdown. Whether that's Aaron Jones or Ty Chandler, all of them are going to have multiple ones. And, I wanted Alexander Mattison to work out last year. He's a good dude. He's fantastic. But how do you not just like accidentally fall into the end zone? I don't get it. Akers was there. Cam Akers was there. Ty Chandler was there. Like, I don't get it. Like, how do you just not accidentally rush into the end zone when you're getting RB1 work? I don't know, man. I just don't know. But yeah, again, non-spicy, Aaron Jones or Ty Chandler will have more than one rushing touchdown. They might eclipse that in game one. You never know. Number two, Hockenson returns week 6. So I know it's likely that Hockenson's going to be on the PUP list, so it means he'll miss at least the first 4 games of the year. It is what it is. And O'Connell's not going to rush him back until he's 100%. But I just feel like with the international travel, with the bye week out of the way, I feel like week 7 against the Lions is the place to go. Like, if Hockenson is truly ahead of the curve and ready to rock and roll, getting a couple weeks of practice in once he's able to come off the PUP list, so week 5, and then also check him out week 6, go in week 7, I could certainly see that happening. Oh, wrong one. Next. Actually, week 6 is the bye. I'm smart. Next up, number 3. Darnold leads the Vikings to 8+ wins. Now, you may say, well, that's not all that spicy, and it's true, but it in a way it kind of is. It's like sneaky spicy. Like, it catches up on you like with the aftertaste, because everyone on the mom is betting the under on the Vikings 6.5 wins, but I truly believe that Sling and Sam Darnold and the offensive weapons and Kevin O'Connell and the Flores Hellfire defense, I could see them squeezing 8+ wins minimum here. And the Vikings could even end up like 10-7, 11-6, contend for the NFC North crown for a couple reasons. And also, number 4, McCarthy throws 3+ touchdowns. Now, I'm undecided if this is going to be like a Darnold looks good, but then McCarthy looks really good in practice and then eventually gets his shot, or Darnold is fine and the Vikings find a way to win 8 games around him, or McCarthy just throws 3 touchdowns in garbage time when Darnold, MVP candidate Sam Darnold, is blowing out the other team by 30. I don't know. But either way, that's our non-spicy day. Also, I want to check these at the end of the season, see how many we get right. Number 5, Brandel and Ingram win the guard battle. Now, I guess this one's like a 3 on the spicy scale, 10 being burning your butthole, 1 being nada. But Brandel and Ingram, I don't think it's an accident, because Brandel and Ingram are the 2 guards that they were rolling with before they signed Dalton Risner. Like, Risner was more of an afterthought, or they were just leveraging him to get the price down, right? And it was Brandel that they gave the 3-year contract to. It's Ed Ingram, who's a second-round pick 2 years ago. So, You would have to say that those two would be the betting favorites right now. I actually think that Reisner, even though he was the incumbent starter last year left guard, I think that he may be the dog to secure one of the starting guard spots. But either way, let him compete, and we have viable options if one of the guys isn't up to snuff at the beginning of the year, which is nice to have. Number 6, Addison will have 10-plus touchdowns again. Okay, that's a little bit spicy. It's a little bit caliente, but just given the weapons that no matter what happens at quarterback, that QB is going to have weapons, and if you believe the media losers, the Vikings will be behind, and they'll have to throw to catch up, and garbage time stats count the same as regular time stats. So also, I think that Jefferson getting doubled and tripled every single snap will certainly help Addison. Plus, Addison has shown that he's very adept for finding the end zone. So I think that he will have back-to-back double-digit touchdown seasons, which is a great way to start off his career. Number 7, DDT, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Jonathan Grenard will combine for 20-plus sacks. All right, so this isn't as spicy as you would think. So Grenard last year, opposite Will Anderson with the Texans, had 12.5, a career high. Andrew Van Ginkel chipped in 6 last season with the Dolphins, and Diamond Dallas Turner had 10 in his final season in Tuscaloosa. So I feel like a hodgepodge smorgasbord of those three are going to be your talisman on the edge. And also I think that there will be spots where all three of them are on the field at the same time in a bit of a NASCAR package. So I think that 20 sacks between the three of them could be very attainable. I got Grenard and Turner for double digits. AVG, I think he'll be playing a little bit more of an off-ball role, so maybe he'll have 5 on it. Hell, these guys could do 25. So again, 20 seems a little bit. Actually, let's go a little bit spicier. Why not? 22.5. There we go. Number 8. This is Harrison Smith's final year. So we actually said this over the last 2 years, but I think that this is truly it. And the revised Harrison's contract, so he can be a true blue free agent after the season, and he is going to be 35. And even though Harrison shown like last year, he still has something left in the tank, especially around the box, and it's emotional, man, because Harrison Smith has been so good for so long, and even though he's not 2017 Harrison Smith anymore, he's still a top 12 to 15 safety in the game, and he is still a valuable piece of this defense. But I think this is it. I think this is truly the last ride, and I don't see him playing anywhere else. So I think that he'll retire after this season. Number 9, hopefully he retires hoisting that Jerome Barty. Third most targeted wide receiver is not currently on the team. So I know what you're saying. Adam Thielen. Question mark. But Jefferson, Addison, obviously going to be your top 2. And I know that they love Brandon Powell. I know that they have hope for Jalen Naylor. I know that Trent Sherfield came over free agency. Thayer Thomas eventually could be something. Tristan Jackson, etc. But I just feel like when 53-man cuts happen, I feel like there's going to be a solid veteran out there that the Vikings could pick up. Now, it could be a wink-nudge deal with the Panthers where they cut him and the Vikings sign him for the league minimum here to offset what the Panthers owe him. Or, I don't know, Robert Woods from the Texans, given his history with Kevin O'Connell and Wes Phillips and company, could be out there as well. I think there's going to be a surprising number of veteran receivers that you find on the market at 53-man cuts, because just the year after year of the infusion of cheap wide receiver talent, it's pushing down values. And you're seeing a lot of veterans become cap casualties either during the offseason or at 53-man cuts because of this. So I think that again, not pass catcher, so this doesn't include Aaron Jones or TJ Hockenson, but the third most targeted receiver, not currently on the team. Lastly, number 10, Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi extended. Now, I don't think this is spicy at all because you've entrusted them to go about this rebuild. You had a 13-4 season. You would have won the division, or at least competed for the division, if Kirk Cousins hadn't gotten hurt. And also, Kwesi oversaw the smooth-ass transition from Kurt and Daniil to J.J. McCarthy / Sam Darnold, as well as Diamond Dallas Turner and Jonathan Grenard, AVG on the edge, right? And also, securing Justin Jefferson, largest non-quarterback contract in NFL history, and you did that with little muss, little fuss. That deserves to be rewarded. Now, are they going to be long extensions? No, but I would sync it up with Jefferson's extension and McCarthy's rookie deal, because this is your bed. You made it. Now you sleep in it, right? So you oversee, the rest of this project. And if it works out, we can talk about long term. If it doesn't, you better update that Indeed. Do people still use Indeed? Probably not. Anyways, that's it. That's 10. 10. Non-spicy. No muy caliente. Takes about the 2024 Vikings. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.